Savannah Chrisley has shared that she is preparing to hash it all out with her parents when they return from prison. This is something fans did not expect Savannah to say. However, she seems to be pretty stern that things are going to have to be talked about. She does not want things to just go back to normal and everyone to pretend nothing happened. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Savannah Chrisley is going through a hard time without her parents there. She has had to raise her two younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. However, she has had some more things go on that she would love to have her parents there for. Grayson graduated from high school and is going off to college. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that their parents did not get to see. Also, her breakup with Robert Shiver was difficult for her. She wanted her mom, like most do when going through heartbreak. However, she had to handle it on her own. Savannah Chrisley has revealed that she is ready to hash it all out with her parents when they return home from prison. I agree with that, but we know my viewpoint. Just because you're my family, if you act a fool, that don't mean I have to get along with you or be family with you. Y'all don't agree with that, but that's my viewpoint. There's going to be a lot of stuff that happens because when they come home, I have already told them that over the past 2.5 years, I figured it out. So if they come home thinking they're gonna rescue individuals and act like nothing's happened, then I'm out. I told them that and Mama has said, well, that's not happening. Well, the Chrisleys are going to have a lot to talk about when they come home. It seems as though Savannah is ready to have a long therapy session with her family when her parents return. She is aware that there are things that need to be talked about. Fans are glad that she recognizes things need to be talked about. However, it is still unknown if the Chrisleys are going to be able to get out of prison early. Regardless, Savannah is preparing for it. What do you think about this? Are you glad she wants to go to therapy with them? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Savannah Chrisley has never been one to back down from a challenge. Whether she's navigating the glitz of reality TV or confronting the raw pain of family crisis, the 26-year-old has proven she has grit far beyond her years. But now, as she prepares for a long-overdue conversation with her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, both serving prison sentences, the stakes feel higher than ever. It's been over a year since the Chrisley family was turned upside down. The once seemingly unshakable empire of Southern charm and sparkling affluence crumbled under the weight of federal tax evasion and fraud convictions. Todd, the patriarch known for his biting wit and obsessive standards, is serving a 12-year sentence at federal prison camp Pensacola. Julie, the ever-gracious matriarch, is doing 7 years at Federal Medical Center Lexington in Kentucky. And Savannah, their daughter, America's Southern belle with a backbone, is left holding the reins and the responsibility. Living in limbo, some days I wake up and it feels like I'm in a dream, or maybe a nightmare, Savannah says during a quiet moment in her Nashville home, her signature blonde hair pulled into a loose ponytail, her voice strong but weary. You think you know your life, your family, your truth, and then everything shifts. Since her parents' incarceration, Savannah has stepped into a role that no 20-something is ever truly prepared for. Not only is she maintaining her career as a media personality and podcast host, but she's also become the guardian of her 17-year-old brother, Grayson, and her 10-year-old niece, Chloe, whom Todd and Julie had been raising since she was a baby. I had to grow up fast, she admits. It was like, okay, you've got 2 kids to raise now. There's no time for pity parties. But beneath the stoic strength Savannah displays on social media and in interviews, a storm has been brewing. Not just anger or sadness, but questions. Complicated, messy questions about what really happened, what her parents did or didn't do, and why no one saw it coming. I love my parents, I really do, she says. But I'd be lying if I said I haven't felt betrayed at times, or confused, or downright furious. Letters from Lockup Savannah keeps every letter her parents send from prison in a white wooden box in her bedroom. Neatly organized by date and tied together with pastel ribbons, the letters are a lifeline and a landmine. Some days I read them and I cry. Other days, I can't even open the envelope, she confesses. There's so much love in them, but also a lot that's unsaid. And I think I'm ready to say what needs to be said. What exactly does Savannah want to say?
Question, she
That's
laughs.
the $1,000,000. But the humor doesn't quite reach her eyes. I want to ask them, why? Why did it get to this point? Why didn't we do something sooner? Why weren't you honest? With the world, with yourselves, with us? The questions have haunted her for months, building up until the only way forward is confrontation. Not the tabloid-style drama of televised breakdowns and shouting matches. Savannah insists that's not her style. But real, raw, face-to-face honesty. Or, in this case, face-to-glass honesty. I'm preparing for visits to both prisons in the next few weeks, she shares. It's not just a family reunion. It's going to be the beginning of some hard conversations, some healing, some hashing it all out. The weight of public scrutiny, one of the hardest parts of the ordeal, has been the relentless public judgment. Savannah has found herself caught in a storm of media headlines and social media commentary that range from supportive to scathing. People think they know everything, she says. But the truth is, unless you've lived it, you don't. She recounts the early days after the sentencing, how she couldn't go to the grocery store without hearing whispers, how even friends seemed unsure how to talk to her. There were moments I just wanted to disappear, she admits. But then I'd look at Grayson or Chloe, and I'd remember, no, you have to show up. Even if you're shattered. Through her podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, she's found a kind of refuge and a platform. Her raw honesty about the trauma of losing both parents to the prison system, the struggles of single-handedly raising 2 children, and the emotional labyrinth of forgiveness has earned her praise, especially from young women dealing with family dysfunction. I'm not trying to be perfect, she says. I'm just trying to be real. Hashing it all out as Savannah prepares for the visits, she's doing more than just booking flights and filling out visitor paperwork. She's journaling. She's praying. She's writing down every question, every hurt, every thought she's kept bottled up for too long. I don't want to waste time sugarcoating, she explains. I've been polite for too long. I need to know what they were thinking. I need them to hear what this has done to our family. To me. But she also acknowledges that hashing it out isn't just about confronting the past. It's about shaping the future. I can't move forward if I don't have closure, she says. And closure doesn't mean cutting ties. It means clarity. She's hopeful, too, that the conversations will lead to healing, not just for herself, but for the entire Chrisley family. I want us to find our way back to each other, she says. Not to the version of us that was on TV, but to something more honest, more grounded. A new kind of strength in many ways. Savannah has become the unexpected heart of the Chrisley legacy. Not the flashy real estate, not the designer wardrobes, not even the primetime sparkle, but the woman who kept going when everything fell apart. I used to think strength looked like having it all together, she reflects. Now I know it's about showing up when everything's a mess. As for what's next, Savannah isn't sure. She's not making long-term plans. For now, she's focused on her siblings, her healing, and those long-awaited conversations behind prison walls. I know it's going to be hard, she says, but I also know I'm ready. I need to look them in the eye and say, here's what your choices did. Here's what I need from you. Here's how we move forward, or we don't. The end of illusions, the beginning of truth. When asked what she ultimately hopes to walk away with, Savannah pauses. Her eyes mist slightly, but she doesn't look away. Truth? She says softly, I just want the truth. And maybe, just maybe, the truth can set them all free.